Mario Party Jamboree has 7 boards. Oh my gosh, Nintendo finally did an acceptable amount. Today, I will be ranking them from worst to best. This is my opinion, and my opinions could definitely change when I play more. With all that said, let's get into it. Number 7, Mario's Rainbow Castle. I want to start by saying this board is not bad. That being said, I don't think it's anything special either. The point of this board is to climb up to get the star, but every time someone gets there, it'll switch to Bowser, who forces you to buy stars, which do nothing. This is evil, but also kind of funny, and it adds strategy to the board. The shops also change between Koopa and Kamek every time someone passes by the shop. There's also apparently an item that lets you flip the shops. I didn't know about this until checking all the board exclusive items. What I don't like is this board is extremely linear, so even though there's strategy in getting a star and not a star, it's still practically a straight line with 2 branching paths that meet up after like 10 spaces. So overall, nothing bad, but not the best. Number 6, Roll-'em Raceway. Oh my gosh, Nintendo finally made a Mario Party game with a cool car concept. Do you want to hear it? You move independently. Oh my gosh, this is revolutionary technology, guys. This board is fun and fast-paced. I love how you can buy a turbo dice to roll 4 dice, and it's really cool since you pass everything, even the star, and you only stop at intersections. Speaking of intersections, this board is also very linear, with only a few intersections that go to the same place. It's cool being able to switch if you land in an event space though. This board keeps you on your toes the whole time since it's fast-paced, and it really feels like Mario Kart in Mario Party. But once again, it's just too linear to go any higher. Number 5, Mega Wiggler's Tree Party. This is the first board in the game, and it's kind of like the tutorial board. The main gimmick here is the Wiggler, who changes when you either land in an event space or use a Wiggler bell. I think this concept is good, but it's kind of boring and it only affects the middle section of the board. Wiggler getting mad is pretty funny though. While less linear, this is still a fairly simple board. The aesthetic is also similar to Woody Woods, but it's different enough. This board is definitely fun, just pretty basic. Number 4, Goomba Lagoon. This is a more open board with a lot of branching paths. The main gimmick here is that the tide is either high or low, and that blocks off parts of the board only accessible on low tide. This can leave you stranded on a small island or super far from the star. There is an item, the tide shell, that changes the tides, or you could just wait 2 turns. This is cool, but getting stuck in the tide only causes Lakitu to pick you up. I wish it was a bit more threatening to get caught in the water. There is also a volcano that erupts either lava, which causes you to lose coins, or golden Goombas that cause you to gain coins. This is all around a pretty good board that's open and just fun. Number 3, Western Land. This is definitely a classic. Western Land is a very large and open map with many branching paths all around the middle. Then on the outside there's a train, which lets you travel across fast. But if you stand on the tracks and the train comes, you get hit and go back to the start. Like the tide gimmick, I feel like there should be some consequence, but it's still pretty cool. You can either buy a train ticket to move on the train, or land in an event space. I don't really have too much else to say. It's just a good Mario Party board that deserves to place well on the list. Number 2, King Bowser's Keep. This is the final board you unlock, and it's a more complex and difficult one. The main gimmick is the Bowser Byway that switches the direction you move every time you land in an event space or use a Bowser Byway lever. This can change the game because it can cause you from being right next to the star to being far away, or the other way around. There's also lots of mini games on this board, like a dice rolling game where you gain or lose coins, and a guess the code for a ton of coins. These are fairly luck based, but it's still cool. This board has a lot of paths too, but one thing I don't like is that there's just kind of dead ends that send you to the start. Honestly though, this is a pretty fun board, and I like how Bowser just taunts you and occasionally adds more Bowser spaces. Number 1, Rainbow Galleria. This board is pretty big and open. There are lots of levels and many different paths. I also just love the aesthetic of being in a mall, and they do a great job of making it feel like you are shopping. There are lots of activities such as stamp cards, a raffle, and countless shops. There's even a flash sale that makes everything cheaper, which isn't that useful considering it's really easy to get coins, but hey, it's cool. The different event spaces do all sorts of different things on this board, and overall this board just feels very different from everything else. There's also apparently a markup sticker that makes things more expensive than others. This board being so distinct and different makes it so unique on top of being just plain fun. And that's why, in my opinion, Rainbow Galleria deserves the #1 spot for best board in Super Mario Party Jamboree. But what do y'all think? I feel like this game is great, and honestly, I'm just glad Nintendo gave us 7 distinct and good boards. I feel like this game is great, and I can't wait to spend more time playing it. In my opinion, all the boards are great, and as I play more, I feel like my opinions could change. Anyways, if you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want more Mario Party content, check out this video where I rank every minigame in Mario Party Superstars. Bye!